coffee chat, another Tuesday coffee chat. We're so glad that y'all are here today. Let us know what you think we are drinking today. Do not show your cup. Don't do it.
Oh,
We're going to give everybody like 4 minutes to put comments in the comment section for the live chat to let us know, what do you think we're actually drinking today? Because,
yeah.
I mean, it's a coffee chat, so one would always assume it's going to be coffee, but the past couple times there have been a few alternative choices that you have made.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrible choices. I must
So
say.
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know if this live stream is going to go off properly or if Mealy angered the coffee gods again. We just don't
Yeah,
know.
you know,
Good
I'm
morning,
still
no
paying penance.
carb. Yeah.
Hi, no carb. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Joanne.
Oh, Neely's on there too. Hi, Neely.
Hi, Lindsey. Great.
So, I was reading a study, and this study showed that cows, the farmers who spoke to their cows, they actually produced more milk. It would go in one ear and out the other.
Very funny. Very funny. That sounds like a joke my husband would tell.
I read that and I just about peed my pants laughing so hard. It was like, oh, that's clutch. I got to use that sometime.
Well, and it's good on a live stream like this because we do talk about, health and nutrition and studies and, so it's like,
true. It's true.
Like a study. Okay. Yeah. I'm listening. Amy's here. Amy's face.
Come on, Barb. It's not grown worthy. It's har.
It's very grown worthy. Very.
Oh, come on now. It's not that bad. Come on. I don't know. I feel like it was pretty good. I got one more.
Okay.
I got one more. What do you call a cat that's been knighted? Sirloin.
Yeah. My husband. See, you're doing all the Jeff jokes today because he has this running joke with a friend where it's like announcing guests at a ball or a medieval something or other, like announcing sirloin, the tasty, or misunderstood. Like there's Miss and Sir. He's got a whole list of them. So there's like misunderstood, misplaced. Oh wait, no, she's not here. He's got a whole list of them.
I have a feeling at KetoCon, you are probably going to be rolling your eyes so hard alongside Jared, my husband, and me and Jeff are just going to sit there and just go back and forth, like with all of the little dad jokes.
It could happen. Yeah, there's circumference the round. There's so many. There's so many.
It's a good time. So how's your week been?
How's my week been? Busy. Fun, but busy.
Oh, you should.
As it is. Oh, sorry. I'm drinking it. I got to drink it. I don't think anybody has any guesses.
I'm putting a poll. Okay. Well, I've got a poll up on the live chat. So if you're here, I need you to go and click the poll and see, you get to weigh in here. What are Neely and Lindsey drinking today? So there's that.
You couldn't see.
Oh, yes. Yes, you can. You can. We had some lesson work questions.
Well, Levi just knocked on my door before we hopped on and was like, "How do you spell na Batman?" Like, go ask your sister.
I would like to see that on a spelling quiz at the end of this week.
I think so. I think it's NAH, but that's or NAW. I don't know. No.
I don't know. I kind of feel like the sound is more like a deeper diphthong kind of a sound. So maybe it's more of an NUH instead of an
Oh yeah,
NAH.
that's true. Could be. I mean, this could be debated hotly.
It could be. Also, does it begin as na 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 or does it begin as da na na na?
I don't know.
These are life's
We'd have
conundrums
to
that
turn
we
on
have
an
to.
we'd have to turn on an old Batman and put on the
Mhm.
subtitles and see what it
Ooh.
says.
We are getting some answers. We've got 9 votes, and I'm going to let it go for like another couple moments, and then we're going to close the poll so that we can see what we're actually drinking. Hi, Patty. It's good to see you. We're just talking about nonsense right now.
Yeah.
Judy says, no, 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 Batman.
No, nonsense.
Valid. It's valid. Listen, also, if you happen to have a dad joke, we would love to have them brought into the chat so that we can read those aloud and see who laughs first. Maybe that should be one of our episodes. Okay, go.
Yeah, I have one. Okay. 3 conspiracy theorists walk into a bar.
Okay.
You tell me that's a coincidence.
That's not, that isn't right. Listen, I fail at the game of not laughing every time because I laugh at almost every joke. It's terrible. My little sister used to tell me all the time, I love talking to you, Lindsey, because you make me feel like the funniest human on the planet.
It is true. It is true. That's a gift.
I do. I have a very strong laugh function. So, okay.
Very
10
good.
more seconds and we're closing the poll.
Batman.
12 votes.
Dan?
Sure. We'll go with that one. Batman. All right. I didn't take a look at the time whenever I said that I was going to give 10 more seconds. That's terrible.
Yeah,
all right.
Probably been.
We are ending the poll officially. 83% said coffee. 16% said not coffee.
Is that one person? 2 people said not coffee, maybe.
That sounds about right. All
right. What are you drinking?
Black coffee.
Coffee with cream.
Congratulations, the voters who clicked coffee. Also, for those who clicked not coffee, I don't blame you. It's not always been coffee, so we didn't give you a lot of hope. Also, hello, Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze is here. We're trying not to anger the gods today.
Yeah, the internet, YouTubes, sometimes they get real persnickety, and if you say you're doing a thing, you kind of have to do that thing more often than not.
Yeah.
Mary got it right.
If you say you're going to do a thing and then you do another thing, it's clickbait. Like, haha. I don't know.
Don't talk to me like that when I'm drinking coffee.
Neely drank tea at the coffee chat. You won't believe what happened next.
Dun, dun, dun. Water.
To find out.
Yeah, we're not that clickbaity. It's just really not us.
Try not to be. I did a clickbait the other day with my body shaming video. Did you do that? Yeah,
I did.
It just made me laugh so hard. Like, yeah. I hope no one was mad.
And if they were, sometimes we got to practice being less offendable.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny.
Okay. So last week we got real fired up about a lot of different things.
We did.
And it was intense, but it felt good. The adrenaline was
get it off the chest.
Yeah, I felt like I had done a workout that I hadn't actually done the week prior, so I feel like that was a win. But this week, so we've been in 10 minutes on this chat now. Last week we did talk about exercise and whether we succeeded or didn't succeed. And we made commitments to actually try a little more intentionally, perhaps, this week with our exercise. I'm going to turn the floor over to you. How did you do this week on your intentional movement of trying to get one session in this week?
I felt like I succeeded because I got my one session in.
Good.
I didn't do the stretch goal of 2 for the yoga, but 2 mornings I went out on a walk and a little bit of a run with Bub,
Wow.
just around our property. So a little bit of a trail, hike, run thing, 2 mornings, and got to see the sunrise, and it was glorious.
That's fantastic. I'm going to high five your face now. Boom. In your face. High fives. That's cool.
Yeah. I was happy with that. I wanted to get 2 yogas in, but I was like, I think I'm going to call it a win.
Absolutely. Sorry.
How about you?
So I was not able to make it to the YMCA. Every class that I tried to go sign up for was full. There's a limited number of reformer Pilates sleds that you do it's like a reformer machine, like whatever the actual machine is called. I can't remember at this moment. Mm-hmm. So they were all like booked up, and boot camp lands on a day whenever my husband had to be gone that morning. So I didn't get to do that. However, I have for the past, or at least, 4 days this past week, I was able to do walks, like intentional, like focused walking. So that felt really awesome. And I was able to get one more HIIT style ab workout in at home. So I feel like I'm going to call it four total days worth of intentional movement. So I went above and beyond my stretch goal so that I could kind of like make up for the previous week, even though you can't really do that.
Yeah. Although I think, and I talk about this in my videos a lot, I think cycles to life is natural and actually helpful and beneficial. So if you have a week where you do a lot less, maybe do a lot more. And if you have a week that you do a lot more, it's good to have a rest, a little bit lighter. And I think our bodies do well with that, and, can get, if you just do the same thing all the time, your body just gets used to it and adjusts. And if you want to really mix things up, throwing different things in. So good job. You did it.
I win.
Yeah. Awesome.
Great. Hey, if you are in the chat, we would love for y'all to hit the thumbs up and possibly share this out if you find it amusing in any way, shape, or form, so that, we can have some more conversation happening. Everybody in the chat, did y'all set any kind of intentional movement, like task for yourself or goal for yourself for this past week? And did you actually do it? Because it's easy for past self to say, oh yeah, future me is going to do this thing. But then when future me comes to be present me, sometimes don't feel like doing that thing.
Yeah. Past me and future me are 2 completely different people.
Yeah. Yeah. And present me doesn't know who to listen to.
Yeah. Present me is just tired.
That's right. So you said you went on walks with Bubs, and is he doing really like improving even more so with the whole like housebreaking and all that stuff?
He's just a good dog. He's a good boy. He's just so sweet, and he's so like, you can tell he wants to please, not one of those selfish dogs that only just cares about themselves. I've met a few of those. I hate those dogs. But he's just like, oh, what are you doing? I just want to watch you. I want to do whatever you want to do, And so he'll still have an accident every once in a while. We're kind of in that place where he's doing so well that it lulls us into a false sense of security. And then we wait too long to take him out or whatever, and he'll have an accident. But he went 48 hours without an accident until last night when we, got comfortable.
Sure.
And then he had one, but he's just doing so good. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is fantastic. And you said he sleeps with Talia, is that right?
He has been, she's been the main one that's kind of stepped up. Charity wanted to, but she's too deep of a sleeper. So she was not waking up to take him out as she should. So my husband has had him sleep next to him a few times to give Talia a break. But he's sleeping a pretty good chunk of the night. So it's not that big of, you just get to snuggle a puppy all night.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Absolutely not. I was just wondering, based on that, has Bubs sort of like attached himself to one person in the family, or is he like spreading around his attachment to everybody in the pack?
He definitely spreads his attachment around, although I think, and maybe I'm biased, I think he likes me the most. And well, I have done like the primary amount of training, and I also am the primary that gives him food and treats. So
these things seem to be correlated.
yeah. So I personally, I think he loves me the most, but
Sure. And you're unbiased entirely.
completely. Yeah. Outsider perspective.
Absolutely. You just like totally removed your own biases, like, and you set up in the corner of the wall and you just observed from a distance.
Well, it's funny because well, we keep him in the kitchen area most of the time just to reduce the accidents on carpet. And so, and I'm often in there because it's the kitchen and I'm cooking, and he'll follow me around. So I'll be in the kitchen doing something and he like lays on my feet and is resting. And if I walk over to another part, he like has to jump up and come with me.
Right.
And then I'll move back to another place, and then he comes and he lays down on my feet again. It's so sweet. It's so sweet.
That is very
sweet. And I haven't had a little dog do that since Poe. So it's like brought back a lot of memories and been special. It's like healing my heart,
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is great. Okay. So we did ask the question about intentional movement plans from last week to this week. And Patty, I absolutely love your comment. You said you made the plan to walk on the treadmill. You didn't actually walk on it, but you dusted it. So I guess that's a start.
That Patty, is awesome.
Why you are our people.
Yes, this is called baby steps.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely. And Riza, welcome.
Kimberly even said baby steps. I didn't even read that before I said that.
I didn't either. That's fantastic.
Kimberly is our people too.
That's great. And Mary, you started working out yesterday after recovering from COVID for a month, and it was challenging, slow and steady, right? Yeah. Wow. A, I'm really glad that you recovered. B, a whole month. My goodness, that seems exhausting. Yeah. And C, the fact that you got up and did something intentional. I'm going to high five your face. Boom. High five. So,
hey, that was my face.
Dagnabbit. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Yeah. So with the like, when you haven't been exercising for a while for whatever reason, sickness or whatever, I find it so frustrating to like get back into it and not be able to do what I was able to do before.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like demotivating so much. So why am I even wasting my time if I can't, do as much as I did before, which is totally the wrong approach, but wrong attitude. Absolutely. It is frustrating.
I used to have
but it's very important and very rewarding.
Yes. I used to have amazing endurance when I would go swim laps. Fantastic endurance. Yeah. I wouldn't really struggle with it too much. I wouldn't try to push myself too far, but also not like be so lackadaisical about it that I was just like, barely moving through the water. But I don't know. I think it was last winter / spring. We put my youngest in swim lessons twice per week. So me and the big girls, we would go and swim laps. And because I was having to like monitor them, in order to like keep them moving along, because they're much smaller than me. So trying to keep them motivated to keep doing laps, it kind of like it almost derailed me in my ability to have any kind of endurance, because I'm basically having to tread water while waiting for one of them to catch up, or it was just always something. I could never swim an entire length of the pool without having to stop for some reason. And so I went and I swam laps. Gosh, it must have been pre-summer this past year. And I was like, why can I not finish an entire lap without feeling it like totally winded? What is wrong here? I should be better than this. No, I'm not better than this. It's just some sort of, it was just one of those things. So but it didn't give up on me. I just stopped doing it.
Oops.
Because of time. It's all time.
It's all time. Barb says that she's going to go back to deep water aerobics. That sounds fun. I've never done a deep water, because normally the water aerobics are like pretty low impact for the older generation. And I'm like, that's not for me. but a deep water aerobics seems like it would be really fun.
That does seem like fun.
But she's
Anything that's
lifting weights
water.
3 times a week. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job.
Barb, you are an inspiration.
I know. I want to get there. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, and I think that it's so easy to fall into the whole trap of like, I just have such little amount of time, or I can only do certain things at certain moments, or these conditions have to be a specific way in order for me to be able to step into that thing. And there's no perfect conditions. And I know we talked about this a few times back, a few chats back about, kids are constantly trying to derail us because they have things they require, or we've got other things happening in the background that we can't turn away from. But nice. Barb.
No float belt.
Is it a 45-minute class or what?
God.
Because that's some intense business. I strive to be like Barb now.
Yeah. I think the trying not to die thing is pretty motivational when it comes to exercise.
Valid. It's valid.
Levi, I'm doing a video. I will when I come out. He needs help making his athletic greens.
That's funny. So Blaze, have either of you done any research on nitric oxide? If so, what are your thoughts? Barb, in full hour of treading the water.
That's intense.
I'm gonna have to work up to it. I'm working up to it. I've set a new goal. I'm gonna work out so that I can be more like Barb. As for Blaze's question regarding nitric oxide, I have not.
Me neither.
Blaze, would you mind giving us some context?
Yeah, some context.
Context matters. In fact, I'm gonna type in nitric oxide. Let's see.
Nitric oxide lozenges. How to increase nitric oxide. 5 ways.
What does it do?
Signals the blood vessels to relax, allowing them to expand.
So does that mean it just, is that kind of like the nitrous stuff that they use at the dentist's office?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, is that nitrous oxide? Like it's a different name. What is laughing gas?
There we go. Oh.
Nitrous oxide is laughing gas. That's confusing. Why do they have to name them the same thing? Nitric oxide and nitrous oxide.
What value is added? What is it used for? To treat newborn babies with respiratory failure. So, Blaze, are you asking about using that in regards to like respiratory issues in general?
This says common nitric oxide deficiency symptoms: vision, can't see clearly, increase in body heat, decrease in movement, feeling a little feverish, chronic stress, low energy, slow recovery times.
Interesting. And Barb brought up infrared therapy or infrared spectrum light is crucial to forming that. Interesting. What depletes it? Saturated fats are detrimental to nitric oxide levels. Who funded this?
I love
Is that the right question to ask? I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Blaze,
you should always ask who funded this, no matter what the results. Interesting.
Well, that was an interesting question.
I'm still curious about the difference between nitric oxide and nitrous oxide.
Yeah, what's the compound?
Sunrise and sunset.
There's got to be some bonds that are different. Zinc decreases the cytokines.
Is it something you would get from red light therapy? You said full spectrum.
She says that it's crucial to forming the nitric oxide. Let's say nitric oxide. value to people. Well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So it just seems like it's a way to be more efficient. Different chemical makeup. One has an extra oxygen molecule, I'm assuming. Okay.
There's some PubMed study that says pulsed infrared light therapy, that's not red light necessarily, does not increase nitric oxide concentration in the blood. Oh. With people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. This is all confusing. Anyway. I'm glad everyone tuned in for us, our Google session here.
Listen, the value we just added to everybody is the question, who funded this?
Oh, yeah.
That's the value added here.
Red and infrared light therapy releases nitric oxide in the tissues under the therapy pad. I guess they have a therapy pad, increasing blood flow in areas where it's needed to reduce pain. Okay, so I have played with red light therapy for several years ago. I found a cheap red light bulb on Amazon. I didn't buy like hundreds of dollars ones. They're so expensive. And I should do it more because I did feel benefits with it. But what I found was I can't do it before bed because it keeps me awake at night. You. Yes, it so I need to do it in the morning. It was really interesting what it does.
I started digging into infrared light right when I was going to have my reduction surgery done because I was interested in the healing benefits from it, and the cost of entry was overwhelming. I didn't want all of the EMFs and all of the things associated with it. So I was like, this is way too confusing. There's way too many combating information pieces. The whole question of who is funding this, who is touting this brand. Is this brand touting itself through some sort of backdoor path? And I was just like, I just have to go and get through surgery. That's all I have to do. I'm going to do that.
I went and I found a cheap light, like it was $30 or something. And I definitely felt benefits from it. So I think it was legit. And it was the mixture of the red and the infrared. And I'm going to see if it's still on Amazon because it was years ago that I ordered it. But it's one of those things that if you can get it cheaply and try it out, that would be ideal.
Agreed. And I know they had those big bulbs that look like they're heat lamps in a restaurant. And I was like, what is that one going to do? Oh my word. And do I need to put one of those reflector blankets around it so that way I can have it sort of bouncing the light off of me and all of these things?
Yeah.
Sonos has a single red light unit and have no or reduced EMFs. Oh, Barb says nitrous has the extra nitrogen molecule, not an extra oxygen molecule.
Interesting.
And it's Barb, when you said it's also instrumental in forming intracellular melatonin, are you referring to the nitric oxide or the infrared treatment spectrum thing?
Maybe they're connected. The light therapy does the melatonin and So the bulb that I bought, S Grow is the brand, just the letter S and then Grow, and it's $26 for this bulb.
Wow!
You just have to have something to put it, to plug it in with, and I just got a simple lamp thing, so I can sit on my bed and have it pointed at my face.
Nice.
Anyways, it's interesting, and it is hard when these companies pop up and they're giving all of the information about it because you're like, well, you're selling it. Not that validates it, but it's it'd be good to hear it from somebody else. But apparently there are tons of study on red light. like lots of studies, and it's pretty like set in stone, the benefits of it. So
yeah. And
there's that thing.
Robin said that there was going to be an infrared vendor over at
Oh, that's
KetoCon, right?
I believe so. I don't know which one though. There's so many now.
Yeah.
Ketogenic Girl is coming out with one, or just came out with one. Also,
Interesting. Well, I might be saving up some of my monies so I can give the infrared deal a try, because okay, the S Grow one, you said it was like $26 on the Amazon.
$25.99. If you just do S Grow red light therapy devices for body.
I think I found it.
Yeah.
This looks very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like,
indeed,
from what I researched, which I'm not a expert on anything,
sure,
but from what I researched, like this is the same kind of light that's coming from those $1,000 devices.
Okay.
Like it's not hard to produce this light.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Right. Well, and I remember when I was looking into this back, what was it, 2020, 2021, 2021.
Yeah.
Like there would be a whole variety of different things, and there were people that I saw doing like multiples of like the light bulbs themselves, but then creating their own little like DIY space to do it in, so that they could make the maximum benefit without spending hundreds of dollars.
Right. Get it to cover your whole body at once.
And I've seen ones that are more like a sleeping bag style blanket
that
you
looks
like slide into. It's interesting for sure, but I'm thinking I do sweat a lot, especially because of iodine. So I tend to run hot anyway. How easy is it to clean something like that? And that's not one you want to go and be like, I'll try it used.
No.
That's not the one you want to try out like that. Like buying books used, totally good. Buying used infrared like sleeping bag blankies, it's not for me. No. Kimberly, you like how I say doll hairs. I like to throw that in every now and again. It's entertaining to me. No Carb Barb gave us this little tidbit that not all red light therapy lamps have the correct wavelength, which is why you want to get it from the sun. I see. And I agree. Like, I think that being able to get it from the sun is probably the most like readily available and best way to get it. Sauna space will be there at the KetoCon. Thank you, Blaze. But also we have a lot of neighbors and I'd rather not go and sunbathe. And
then also we live in a society where we're not outside all the time, and so it's not like you can just go outside for 10 minutes and get the benefits that you would get from living outdoors closer to the equator, so it's kind of like a hack because of our modern lifestyle, I guess.
Right.
But like, if you can get it from outside, go tanning outside.
Yeah,
do it.
Absolutely. And the other piece for me is we are so busy and constantly doing things, and it's like if you were to squeeze in that certain amount of time to be in the sun X number of hours every day, and like going outside and seeing that first morning sun so that it awakens your brain and it stimulates like different hormonal production factors, that would be awesome. But also I've got at least 3 people constantly chirping at me, I need breakfast. And while I have provided them a lot of opportunities to manage that for themselves, they still find it necessary to come out and collect me so that I can observe them doing that.
Right.
It's not good enough for me to just say, it's okay, you are welcome to go do the things. No. We need to be observed. Because this is a community effort at all times.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So this is encouragement for me to start doing the red light again, because I got into it, several years ago when it was, kind of new on the market, when there was pretty much just one or two companies out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely felt benefit, but it's the same thing with exercise. It just takes time and it takes being consistent. And it's just one of those things that's easy to have fall off. But I've been struggling with my rosacea flaring up ever since I was sick like a month ago. And that might be something that would turn the tide.
Yeah. Okay. We only have a few more minutes to sit here and chat, but I'm going to sort of conflate two different pieces of information that just sort of like filtered into my brain. Lee asked for help for making his athletic greens.
Yes,
and you just talked about your rosacea popping back up since you got sick. Did you see improvement in you talked about this, I'm sure, when you discussed athletic greens, seeing improvement or not seeing improvement in the rosacea itself?
Yes. So when I started athletic greens last summer, my rosacea went away, which was fantastic. And it seemed very connected to when I started the athletic greens.
Yeah.
It started coming back even when I was still taking the athletic greens. Like when I got sick and I was like, oh, it's probably just because I'm sick. And hopefully once I get better, it'll tone down. And it didn't. And then I did my carnivore experiment at the beginning of January where I cut out the athletic greens. But it wasn't like I cut out the athletic greens and my rosacea came back. My rosacea had come back before that.
I got you.
So here's my thoughts of what's going on. And this is just a hypothesis. I had some issues with my gut that were contributing to the rosacea. I started taking athletic greens. It filled in whatever nutrient or gut health gaps at that point. And my rosacea, the symptom of rosacea cleared up. After that is when I started doing the SIBO killing protocols with the antimicrobials. I think those affected my gut. And it's similar to antibiotics where, you kill the bad, but you can also affect or kill some of the good. It's not as intense as the pharmaceutical antibiotics, but it still can have that effect. It's like you're just messing up, you're just changing things. And I think because of that change, even though like good was done as far as killing the SIBO, it affected it in such a way that I'm having the symptom of rosacea again. If that makes sense.
That does.
So, yeah. So I'm like, right now I'm being really careful with trying to add back in good probiotics, like doing different yogurts. And I am going to start taking the athletic greens again and see if that makes a difference, because they have probiotics and a few other different gut health things in there. So, yeah, but it's frustrating because I want to be able to say athletic greens killed my rosacea.
Sure.
Which you can't say that with like a supplement. Because your whole body is this whole system. So even though I do think that it had that effect on my rosacea at that time because of what it was doing for my gut health, it's not just like a one-to-one thing. Athletic greens heals rosacea.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
That does. Yeah. Your quadratic formula there of all the different things.
It's like your body, whatever state your body is in, the things are going to have a different effect. It's not like a drug where it's like this drug does this to your body, like forces your body into whatever, it lowers your blood sugar, it like forces down your blood sugar, or it forces down your blood pressure or whatever. That's not how supplement. It has to do with where your body's at the time. And the supplement has a different effect depending on where your body's at. So wherever my body was at when I first started the athletic greens, that affected that symptom that my body was manifesting. But then my body is different now after doing these rounds of antimicrobials and, just all the things that are going on. So it's not a one-to-one. It's not like athletic greens is a rosacea cure. It's a drug that cures rosacea. That's not how supplements work, which is frustrating because I want to be able to say that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you think cycling back onto the athletic greens might improve your symptoms of rosacea for a period of time?
I can hope so. Because I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
see.
So
And yeah, if I start taking it and it, goes away, then I'll be like, yeah, that. But then, yeah, so maybe like a cycling would be better because it did start
yeah.
coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But it started coming back, I think, because of the antimicrobials and the gut changes. So
Sure.
who even
Well, and the
knows?
whole idea of cycling on and off different supplements, I find that idea to be interesting and fascinating and something that I would like
Yeah.
to sort of figure out for myself because I do take a variety of supplements because I'm not outside all day, every day, absorbing as much vitamin D as I possibly can or converting my body's nutrient. Like the sun's not converting things to D3 for me as much as
Right.
I would like it to. So I do supplement with things like vitamin D and with like fish oil. I've really been honing in on the whole like omega-6, omega-3 balance lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really focused on it like 6 years ago and it kind of like ebbed and flowed. And I'm kind of like, the tide is in on the omega-3 thing right now for me. So, going through and like the whole cycle of things, it just fascinates me. And I was just wondering if the athletic greens were going to make their way back into your consumption to see if that
Yeah.
cycled on.
Yeah.
I did get the 5-pack sample from Athletic Greens, and confession, I still have not tried it.
Oh my goodness.
I can't find time. It's ridiculous because I really want to test it out and be able to like film my experience doing it because I want to be able to say my brain can remember the positives or the super negatives, but if I talk to a camera and tell it the information, I will be able to go back and look at that and say, okay, did it really make an improvement? Or was it just you choosing to remember the positives or choosing to remember the negatives? Sometimes I feel like my brain can decide to just latch on to the extreme of one thing when it's really just an outlier and not where the vast majority, the median happens to be.
Right.
But
And for anybody that is watching, if you send a message to Athletic Greens and say, hey, I'm interested in trying this, but I don't want to make the commitment yet. Can you send me a sample? They will send you like a 5-day sample. I've had a few different people tell me that they do it when they ask. So worth a try.
Yep.
If you want to try it without
it worked for me. I emailed them and that's what I asked. And they were like, yeah, we're totally willing to do that. So I just actually have to step on the ball and just plug in a battery and do do the thing. So there's that.
Isn't that how it always is? So frustrating when you like have all these things that you think about and you're like, why isn't thinking about it enough?
But I sure get the dopamine hit from thinking about it. So
and planning it and trying to like research it. Yeah, you definitely get the dopamine hit.
I already feel better after looking up that infrared light bulb. Look at me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't even have to click
order. Don't even have to do it.
Okay, listen. Blaze asked the question, how did the Athletic Greens taste? I know that you did talk about that in your video when you reviewed it. Yeah. But do you have like a 12-second recap for her?
Yeah. It's slightly sweet, not overpoweringly sweet. It doesn't taste like bitter greens like you would expect, like a blended up spinach smoothie or something. It does not taste like that. I think they say that it's like pineapple vanilla is the flavor they put in there, which it doesn't overwhelmingly taste like that. It just tastes a little bit sweet and refreshing. The texture can be a little bit funny. It's not like completely smooth, but I don't mind it. Yeah, it's pleasant and it doesn't taste like you would expect bitter greens to taste like.
Excellent. I think I might go through and try to like plan out, okay, this day I'm going to start taking these things and I'm going to film my reaction taking them every single day for 5 days.
Yeah.
So Amy, on that thread of the probiotics, her kombucha did something interesting and she's trying to adjust it now. What do you mean, Amy?
What is interesting? Yes. Interesting could mean many things.
It really could. It's an ambiguous adjective. Um,
2% vegan. I love that name. That's hilarious.
I
How
really
many
like that
carbs in the
too.
athletic green? I'm assuming athletic greens. I think there's 6 carbs in each serving.
Okay.
4 of them are fiber.
Okay.
It does have some prebiotics in it. It has probiotics, prebiotics, like mushroom extracts, all the vitamins and minerals.
And it does have caffeine because it's got green tea, correct?
Yeah, but I don't think it's very much. I think it's pretty minimal. So when people get energy from it, I don't think it can be attributed solely to the caffeine.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't remember how much is in there, but I don't think it's much. Yeah.
Sure.
So 6 carbs per serving, 4 of them are fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Amy, I want to know how the top of your SCOBY developed a honeycomb appearance.
That is very weird.
Maybe it had a lot of bubbles in the SCOBY that got trapped as it was fermenting. Because I've had a lot of bubbles go through my different SCOBYs whenever I've got like my SCOBY cake happening. Too much yeast.
Too much yeast.
So we aren't so symbiotic. Also, Amy, you are in Wisconsin. And when I was growing my SCOBY in Wisconsin for kombucha, I had to do a lot more work to keep it at a good fermentation temperature. I don't know where you've got it. Oh, time to adjust the temp and the sugar. Yes, that. I would go through, and because when we first moved to Wisconsin, we took a pay cut, so there was a lot of purse strings tightening happening at that point, and I could not afford one of those seed starting mats that just like stays like low temp warm. And so I would take a hot pad, like a heating pad, and I would put it underneath my SCOBY or underneath my kombucha jar for like 10 minutes on the super low heat and just try to warm it up a little bit. It was kind of a frustrating adventure, and it all worked out eventually, I should say. But it was definitely not a fun season of trying to make kombucha.
Levi, come here.
Is he going to ask us how to spell?
I don't know. Come here, Levi. What do you need?
I need my green drink.
Oh, he still needs his green drink. No one else is able to help him get his green drink.
Can you say, Levi?
We're live on here. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Levi, can you tell me how your greens taste?
They taste gross.
It tastes gross.
Leave it to the 4-year-old.
Yeah, he doesn't find them very pleasant. But what do they do for you?
They help me.
Help you what?
Not get sick.
Help him not get sick.
I don't like them.
But you don't like getting sick either, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for letting us know, Levi.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take that spoonful of medicine.
We've been going for 48 minutes.
48 minutes. Done. All right, y'all. It is hard to do kombucha in Wisconsin. It was easier to do kombucha in Alaska for me than it was in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Which is kind of interesting. And I think with that, now, Levi, you should have come in a little bit sooner so that everybody could say hi to you.
They're saying hi, Levi, you see?
Hi.
They're saying hi.
Hi.
Are you being shy?
No.
No.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, Blaze,
all
the blueberry pie keto chow is back in stock. We can officially talk about it.
Oh.
I am even so the big
out
bag
on all of the keto chow things. I don't know anything that's ever going on ever. So I'm like,
yeah. Do you like this one, Levi?
Yes.
We made no bake cheesecake with this when it first came out. So we're excited to do that again. It's legitimately delicious.
No eggs.
Yeah, but with no eggs.
Yeah.
It is actually very, very good.
Have eggs.
No eggs.
Yeah, eggs are a problem, huh?
Are eggs a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, friends. I think it's about time that we call it a chat. Yes, Blaze, thank you for reminding everyone to hit the like button and share next week.
Levi. Hi, Levi.
On
Sylvia says, hi, Levi. And 2% vegan, and Blaze, and Mary, and Kimberly. What do you have all over you?
It's marker.
It's marker?
He's a boy. Don't ask questions.
You have it on you. Look at this. everywhere.
That feels good.
All right.
Okay, we are going to wrap it up. Make sure that you go ahead and pop over to Neely's channel. We're going to be over on her channel next week doing the same Tuesday coffee chat and just trying to keep each other accountable. Oh, one last thing. How many times are we going to be accountable for actually working out and being intentional with our movement this coming week?
So we're going on a beach trip this week, which will involve.
I'm not going to go.
Yeah, the two of us are going after the girls go. They're going to be there one night, and then we're going to go. We're going to have a mommy son road trip to the beach together, just the two of us.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a lot of like walking on the beach and stuff like that. So I'm going to say just one yoga, and then all of the beach festivities
Activities
that will be exercise in and of themselves. Yes,
absolutely.
Mona's gone. She got some Cheerios. I'm going to eat some.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. 2% vegan says, don't forget to bring some snacks. Are you going to bring your snacks?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good plan.
So many snacks.
Yeah.
Like meat sticks and perfect keto bars.
100.
100 of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good to be prepared.
Oh, so good.
I mean, you don't know when. I mean, if you wind up on the beach doing all the walking, you may be really far from the car, and it might take you like too much time to get back to the car before you just fall out from hunger.
Yeah.
But if I'm driving a car and I get too tired, I better sleep.
If you're driving a car and you get too tired, you're just sleep.
You'll go to sleep.
Okay. Not while you're driving. That's dangerous.
Okay, this week I'm going to plan to work out twice, not necessarily going to the YMCA, but definitely working out twice at home on top of just like trying to get my active walking around the property and down the neighborhood kind of done. So
nice.
That's what I'm going to be held accountable to.
Awesome.
1 yoga for you, 2 times for me, since I'm not going to be at the beach, which gives me some sads. Because I love the black sand out there on that West Coast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are you advertising for Keto Chow?
Yes.
Say, use our discount code and get your own Keto Chow today.
Or go tell Keto Chow to say, hey, Lindsey doesn't really know if it's all that great. You should send her some and see if it's all that great.
Oh, I will tell them. I will tell them.
Well, I bought some for my husband. I just don't ever think to make it. It's just not something that's on my radar.
No, yeah. I'm the same. I never think to just drink it as a shake because I don't drink meal replacement shakes. But I think Keto Chow is hilarious and they've like won the market because they created a meal replacement shake that is supposed to make your life easier and you don't have to cook. But then they've also made it into an ingredient in all kinds of cooking. It's like, wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be so you didn't have to cook. So they're like covering all the bases and all the demographics of people that like to cook and people that don't like to cook. They're just geniuses. Straight up.
Well, and maybe that's what I need to do. I just need to go and like order some to turn around like and bake with it or something. My thing is I'm also I'm such a person that loves to grab individual ingredients and just sort of throw them together myself.
Yeah.
That like grabbing a pre-done mix, it just never really crosses my mind.
We're a different kind of person like that. But then their flavors are pretty magical sometimes. So it's like,
and that's the thing. I'll watch their live streams every now and again, and I'm like, well, that sounds delightful. Yeah. Although the peaches and cream thing, how people were saying that it tasted like lotion, I'm like,
lotion. Yeah, don't do that one. Don't do that.
Do some of the other ones taste like lotion too? Because I'm not good with Bath and Body Works in my mouth.
Well, I can tell you that the pecan sticky bun from Serious Keto is phenomenal.
Is it?
It's so good.
Is it recreatable with ingredients at home? Or it's one of those where it's simpler and better.
It tastes like a baked good. Like, I don't know how you do that in a shake.
Okay. We might be having to place an order.
Yeah.
But also go tell Keto Chow about
I will.
Tell them that they need to convert me.
Yeah. It's a challenge.
Okay. It is a challenge. And I'm a challenger. So,
Yeah. Yes, I'll tell them.
okay. My 5-year-old is starting to have a come apart back here. And
It's about
y'all got to get going.
Yeah.
So, thank y'all all so much for being here. Meet us over on Neely's channel this time next week. And we will hold each other accountable then.
Yep. All right.
I want to-
All right. Bye, y'all.
Okay. Bye, everybody.